everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Redskins going up against the Jets. With that, let's send you up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. We're standing by as our announcing team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful...
Basin stills in the building, flash the camera. I'ma drop the hammer. Things done changed the hip-hop since I let Bobby out the slammer. Hip-hop start on the East Coast and then move west now down to Bama. I'ma bring it back to New York. Hold on, then throw your hands up. Pass me a cup of the in the club with the juice in the get bent out. Then I'ma slide with it to my ride and head up to my penthouse. Oh, I'm not trying to take it slow. Working hard, cake and dough. Open up 24. We striving for that goal. I'll stop for nothing. I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted. Giants, everything is shaking through the walls. 'Cause we are giants. Heart of David, you know it takes just one, and it's done. CNN, this is Ghetto Editorial. See me like milk and Oreos. Dipped inside the audio, platinum plaques in my portfolio. My lines are fine as they blow your mind like you could do what you wanna do, whether group or solo. Boston cold with a bowl of chili. Summer cheesesteak on the roll in Philly. I'm a patriot, don't do a hatred. If you make that beef, I'll smack you silly. Back on up on this. Before you with this, you better walk jumping off the building up. Yes, oh, got the heat up the show. Face up thermometer. I'm gonna take full control. Hey, Paul, let him know. I'll stop for nothing. I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily. Everything is shaking through the walls. 'Cause we Novus Ordo Seclorum, E Pluribus Unum. They changing climates and replacing humans and fracking soils while bulldozing forests. But they can't defeat us, they could not destroy us. Are we dreaming the same dream of money, God? For the average team, CFOs are CMOs extracting genes with everyone on my GPS. Everything is shaking through the walls. 'Cause we are giants. Heart of David, you know it takes just one. Yes, son.
is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air.
Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me? Who's on with me?
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Redskins going up against the Jets. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium as we welcome in our guys, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Washington Redskins and the New York Jets. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's Patty. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And here are the starters offensively. And one of the wideouts, Eric Decker.
Remember when he came out of school, out of Minnesota, many thought he was nothing more than a number 2 or 3 receiver? He's proven everyone wrong. He's a guy who's a high-volume catcher and a terrific player downfield.
Patty now. Onunu's got it, complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And now a look at the Washington defense.
Josh Norman was not a first-round pick when he entered the NFL, but he always thought he should be. Never lacked for confidence, and now he plays at a Pro Bowl level.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. That one complete to Anderson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A dump off to Forte. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
They go play action here on first down. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Eric Decker, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Trent Murphy coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Let's go.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Nah, G, that thing wasn't lagging. I don't want to hear all that, G. I don't want to hear all that, G. That was perfect defense, son. And let's get this thing rolling, and let's stop all this whining. Let's go, G.
And a big turnover there as his football back. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Following the interception, Cousins bringing it in. Jackson left side. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Starting 11 here for the offense. It's going to take some snaps here in a second. Wide receiver Pierre Garçon, always been a very good force in this league.
I agree with you totally on that. Even as a youngster, played with a fury, played with force, continues to do that now as a veteran, and knows how to mentor the younger guys.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. All right, as we punch up the starters defensively for the Jets here, Charles, I want to ask you about Darrelle Revis. Some questions surrounding where he fits in going forward. Could he make a move to safety in 2017?
It's hard for those guys who are used to playing one position to make a move later because in their mind, it makes it sound like they can't do it anymore. But think about his predecessors. Ronnie Lott moved from corner to safety. Charles Woodson moved from corner to safety. I think Darrelle Revis can do the exact same thing. NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Fielded at the 33. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Quincy Enunwa, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The slot man in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Crowder in motion here right. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, David Harris. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's Petty. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
3rd down and 3. And the D looking like they may blitz. Petty now. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. There he goes, right side. The 30, past the 20.
And as a defender, if you come with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, but have 2 in the 1st quarter. That's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
Slot man moves right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to...
And he's got his man. That's Crowder for the Redskins touchdown. Jamison Crowder from 8 yards out. And the Redskins have tied it here. The extra point to come can put him in the driver's seat. And he puts it through. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And New York set to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this 1st half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Watch it now, Barney. Here you go now.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. This is the running back, Powell. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They'll set up to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And New York set to take the field. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall. The numbers for Marshall this year, Charles, way down from 2015. Still played all 16 games, but the yards went from 1,500 to 788, and touchdowns dropped from 14 to 3.
It's always difficult when you don't get consistency at the quarterback position to get that kind of yardage as a wide receiver. And this year, unfortunately for him, it struggles with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Geno Smith gets hurt, and Bryce Petty also did not finish the season.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And Anderson's got it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
Here's Petty. That one complete to Anderson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Petty now, escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read. And it's picked off. Defense showing blitz. Halfback sent in motion. Following the interception, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
In motion, the tight end Reed. Cousins. He's got time. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Jets take possession. Now it's the backup, Hackenberg. Got an open man, it's a new one. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a New York 1st down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Shift together here from the D-line. Hackenberg on 1st down. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Hackenberg now. Here's a screen to Powell. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. 2nd down now after the pass completion.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
To the air again, Hackenberg. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Bilal Powell, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are within a 2-point conversion of tying this thing up. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had...
Looking for Decker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran corner, D'Angelo Hall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Now, offense, they get set to go back to work here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The slot man in motion right. This is Marshall. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come up in an offset eye. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Jackson's got it over the middle. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Garcon, the man in motion. Now Marshall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Cousins now on 2nd down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 23 yards on the play.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it. He got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get... Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. Couple of Jets there in on the stop. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield. He's sacked at the 46. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Dumps off to Powell. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Hackenberg looks to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Following the interception, Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's second down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The carry here for the big tight end. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And now they're in the hurry up. Now Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Might have been 1 man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They go back to the air here after the INT. Right side, there's Decker. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Hackenberg. Anunwa's got it, complete. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the gun, Hackenberg. Flushed out right. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Christian Hackenberg. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are going to retake the lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Hackenberg's going to throw for it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Now it's Chris Thompson on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He's got time in the pocket, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shots, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
A second down throw for Cousins. Caught left side, Garcon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Garcon, the man in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he's sacked at the 46. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Hey, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? It doesn't really matter. Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Cousins to throw it. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the great one. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Back to it after the pick six. Cousins bringing it in. Jackson left side. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Washington 1st down. And quickly they get to the line. Now Cousins throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Calling a gain of 5. And that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A 1st down throw for Cousins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Cousins. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. So they're operating in the red zone. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end, and it's third down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And now the rookie's free. He's at the 30. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Powell able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll run. This is Powell. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
This is where you're probably weighing the score and the clock. 3rd quarter, so maybe it's a little early to start worrying about how much time is left in the game. But if you kick the field goal, you make it a 2-score game. A tough balance and a tough decision for any coach to make.
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Cousins on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down, Washington.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off on a great one, Darrelle Revis. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Right side, there's Decker. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches. That
throw good for 4. It's second down. 6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. To the air again, Hackenberg. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Hackenberg now to throw on first. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He's going to hit his man out. Complete. He'll get a couple yards on that one. And it'll be third down. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. On third down, Hackenberg. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to speed things up here. First down. Here's Cousins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it...
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Hackenberg. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 64 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And here come the Redskins now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver.
And now here's another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Following the interception, here's Hackenberg. Incomplete. Eric Decker was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance here.
To throw is Hackenberg. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Partner, it's a lot of fun, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. On second down, Hackenberg again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. Darius used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one.
And got his man complete. It's a big play, Cousins to Jackson. 51 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And now they're in the hurry-up.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jordan Reed from 21 yards away. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Detroit. Over Leopard.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Trying to shake off the intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up on the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A look look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Deshaun Jackson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the interception by the Redskins leads to a touchdown. In motion left, the tight end. Cousins will try and throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. So they got one of the two touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. On second down, here's Hackenberg. Dumps off to Powell. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Oh, surprise. Hackenberg looks, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Bilal Powell. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
So out now come the Redskins. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
A second down throw for Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. A gain of 6 there on first.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. First down. Here's Cousins. Bringing it in. Jackson left side. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll be first down Redskins. And the former 4th-round pick in 2012 continuing to prove some of those doubters wrong that he used to have.
I remember when he got selected, there was a lot of controversy about that because remember, Robert Griffin III, they made the big move up to take him in the first round. And people wondered, why would you take a second rookie quarterback? Well, it's because he's smart, he studies hard, he prepares, he's ready to play. And now he's commanding the respect of his team and playing at a really high level.
They'll throw again. Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. They went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. On third down, Cousins. This is caught by Jackson. 11 yards for number 11.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. And I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. To the air again, it's Cousins. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's third down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. It's Cousins on the sneak. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And the back goes into motion. Cousins to throw it this time. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Dustin Hopkins. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.